Hello everyone, my name is Shaalini Mahendra and I'll be presenting the introduction of this assignment too. The company we have chosen are Dairy Farm Group and Dutch Dairy Milk Industries Berhad. My group members are Rangila Subramaniam, myself Shaalini Mahendra, Shamini Thanabal, Shanmathi Elankovan and Sharmila Thanabal. So firstly, introduction for Dairy Farm Group. The profile and background for Dairy Farm Group is Dairy Farm International Holdings Limited is incorporated in Bermuda and has standard listing on the London Stock Exchange, with secondary listings in Bermuda and Singapore. The group's businesses are managed from Hong Kong by Dairy Farm Management Services Limited through its regional offices. Dairy Farm is a member of the Jardine Matheson Group. The goal of Dairy Farm is to give our customers across Asia a store they trust by delivering quality, service, and value. Dairy Farm has four values that they follow. They are we put our customers first always. We respect each other. We care passionately, and we do the right thing. Okay, and in 2021, Dairy Farm Group rebrands as the DFI Retail Group and launches a new logo. Next would be the business activities. Dairy Farm Group operates under well-known brands of grocery retail, convenience store, health and beauty stores, home furnishing stores, and restaurants. In restaurants, in 1904, Dairy Farm began importing frozen meat and opened its first retail store at the Central District Depot. The second Dairy Farm store was established on Nathan Road, Kowloon, towards the end of the war in 1918. Amongst other things, this store provided fishing boats in Hong Kong with large amounts of ice. In 1960, Dairy Farm and Lane Crawford formed merged food retailing operations and renamed these supermarkets as Dairy Lane under Dairy Lane Limited. This joint business was undone by the acquisition of the Welcome chain in 1964. In 1972, Dairy Farm was acquired by Hong Kong Land, a Jardine subsidiary. In 1986, Dairy Farm was relisted on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange after it was demerged from Hong Kong Land. Dairy Farm acquired a 50% interest in Maxim's at the same time from Hong Kong Land. The 7-Eleven convenience store chain in Hong Kong and Singapore was acquired from Jardine Matheson in 1989. Dairy Farm has continued to expand its footprint by acquiring supermarket and other retail operations in Taiwan, Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia. Notably, it also acquired IKEA Hong Kong, Taiwan in 2002 and began IKEA's Indonesian operation in 2014. In May 2012, Dairy Farm bought a 50% stake in the Ruston Supercenters. Next would be the competitors of Dairy Farm Group. The total revenue of Dairy Farm is $27.7 billion. As business grows, Dairy Farm also gained many competitors being in the business industry. Dairy Farm Group's top competitors include 99 Speed Mart, which has a revenue of $972.7 million, followed by TF Value Mart, and Instacart with the revenue of $23.4 million and $1.5 billion respectively. There are many more competitors as well, but with less threats. So next would be Shanmathi Elankovan. Thank you very much.
Good evening, Madam Hafiza. I am Shanmathi Elankovan. Now I'm going to continue with the second company, and it is Dutch Lady Milk. The company started as a Pacific Milk Industries Malaya Sendirian Berhad on 28 May 1963, where it was commissioned to produce sweetened condensed milk in its factory in Petaling Jaya, becoming Friesland Foods' first production facility outside the Netherlands. It was incorporated as a private joint stock limited company and started with the production of only condensed milk. Before expanding into dairy products, Prior to the expansion, many of its products began to be distributed to surrounding countries in Asia and Oceania. On 24th September 1968, the company became the first milk company to be listed on the country's stock exchanges of Kuala Lumpur and Singapore, and by 1975, changing its name to Dutch Baby Milk Industries Malaya Berhad. Following the company modernization, it changed its name to Dutch Lady Milk Industries Berhad in 2000 and have been using the ultra-high temperature processing and packaging technology since 1970s to produce milk in the country. The company continued to progressively manufacture and introduce new products into the Malaysian market. Sterilized milk were locally produced and sold in plastic bottles in 1983. Production of chilled milk products started in 1986, and fruit yogurt and growing up milk were introduced into the market in 1988. In 2011, Dutch Lady Malaysia was reported as the market share leader in the growing up milk segment, with the Dutch Lady brand holding 40% of national market share. Its financial record for first quarter of 2012 showed a 9% increase in revenue year on year, with a net profit of 27.5 million. Despite a slowdown in the Malaysian dairy industry, Dutch Lady Malaysia was reported to be on track to achieve its 1 billion sales target for 2013. The main purpose of Dutch Lady is nourishing Malaysians with quality with dairy nutrition to help them move forward in life. What's the business activities? Dutch Lady Milk Industries Berhad is engaged in manufacturing and distributing of a range of dairy products and fruit juice drinks, such as specialized powders for infant and growing children, liquid milk in different packaging formats, and yogurts. Dutch Lady Milk markets these products under various brand names such as Dutch Lady, Frazolac, Frazo, Completa, and Joy. Its current products include growing up milk, UHT milk, pasteurized milk, sterilized milk, family powder milk, low fat and 0% fat drinking yogurt, and low fat yogurt. Let's see who's the competitors. Dutch Lady's top competitors include Zambeef Products, a company that specializes in producing beef, Podrauka, Prembana, a company that engages in the production of range of foodstuff and non-alcoholic beverages, Group Biget, a meat processing company, and San Fernando, a food production company. While Dutch Lady is a household name in Malaysia, the company is facing increasing competition from other industry players. One of its strongest competitors, Fraser and Neave Holdings Berhad, KLSE, has announced plans to invest 650 million to Ladang Chuping to turn it into a dairy center. We chose these both company to analyze and evaluate the bank's financial statements by calculating 2 years performance indicators such as liquidity ratio, asset management ratio, profitability ratio, and leverage ratio. These financial analysis tools are crucial for determining the strengths and weakness of a bank performance. Alright, let's have a look on analysis of financial statements which representing by my friend Shamila. Thank you, madam.
Hi, good evening, my dear lecturer and friends. So I'm going to present on the analysis. First one is cross-section analysis. So as we can see, this is the comparison between Dutch Lady and Dairy Farm. So the first one is liquidity ratio. Given that Dutch Lady's current ratio is higher than Dairy Farm's, the company has enough of cash and can easily meet its current obligations with cash on hand. Dutch Lady can also sell assets to make enough money to pay down its short-term commitments because its quick ratio is higher than Dairy Farm's. So on the further year, which is 2020, considering Dutch Lady's current ratio is greater than Dairy Farm's as well, the company has ample liquidity and can easily pay off the current commitments as how it is on the 2019, and Dutch Lady's quick ratio is larger than dairy farms, which Dutch lady can sell assets to earn enough money to pay down its short-term obligations. So second is the asset management ratio for 2019. Inventory turnover of Dutch lady is lower compared to dairy farm. However, Dutch lady's total asset turnover is higher than dairy farm. High asset turnover indicates that Dutch lady is more efficient at generating revenue from its assets. So as we compare to the 2020, in comparison to dairy farm, Dutch lady has a smaller inventory turnover. Dutch lady, on the other hand, has a higher total asset turnover than dairy farm. The fact that Dutch lady has a higher asset turnover rate shows that it is more efficient at earning revenue from its asset. Next is profitability ratio. For 2019, profitability ratios evaluate a company's ability to profit from sales, operating, balance sheet assets, and shareholder equity. So Dutch lady has a bigger profit margin compared to dairy farm, which indicates that the company makes more money from its sales. And on 2020, also, the profit margin of Dutch lady is higher than dairy farm, showing that the company makes more money from its sales. And the second analysis is trend or time series analysis. This is the comparison between Dutch lady and dairy farm, which is from 2019 to 2020. So the liquidity ratio, the present ratio of Dutch lady in 2020 is lower than 2019, which is the current ratio may imply a higher risk of difficulty because it indicates that the management is not efficiently utilizing its asset. So aside from that, the Dutch lady's quick ratio in 2020 is smaller than 2019. This shows that the company's ability to pay down short-term loans is deteriorating. And let's move on to the asset management ratio. Dutch lady and dairy farm has increased in inventory turnover compared to 2019 to 2020, which typically means both the companies are selling goods quickly and considerable demand for their products. And the total asset turnover, actually this compares the value of company's asset to the value of its sales or revenue. The decrease in total asset turnover ratio for both the companies, Dutch lady and dairy farm, 2019 to 2020 indicates the corporations are less efficient in producing income from their assets. Lastly is the profitability ratio. When it comes to gross profit margin is means in accordance to the low production or less efficiency, gross profit margin is reduced on 2020 compared to 2019 for both the companies. Next is operating profit margin. This indicates that the company is making less sale. This could be due to a lower selling price or a higher cost. And next is net profit margin. One of the most crucial indications of company's financial health is its net profit margin. A corporation can examine if its existing methods are effective. So both these companies' net profits are expected to decline in 2020, which indicating that they are losing income or incurring additional expenses. So return on asset for Dutch lady and dairy farm decreased in the year 2020 compared to 2019. This indicates that the companies are unable to maximize the usage of their assets in order to increase their profits. Lastly is the return on equity which demonstrates the company's management is making decisions to generate profit for its owner. So return on equity is declining from the year 2019 to 2020, indicates that both the companies are getting less efficient and generating profits and boosting shareholder values. So I'm passing over for the conclusion.
In conclusion,
Time series data consists of observations of one subject at multiple time interval, and cross-section data consists of observations from many subjects at the same time. 5 years organizational profit are example of time series data, and maximum temperatures in multiple cities per day are example of cross-section data. Ratio analysis refers to the analysis of various pieces of financial information in the financial statements of a business. So in this case, for our presentation, it is good to invest in Dutch Lady company because Dutch Lady's current ratio is larger than dairy farm's current ratio. The company is sufficiently liquid and can easily pay off its current liability using its current assets. Furthermore, because the Dutch Lady company's quick ratio is higher than dairy farms, it can collect enough money to pay off its short-term commitments by selling assets. That's all from me. Thank you.